For years, Justin Bieber was everywhere, and then suddenly, he wasn't. No massive tours, no global domination moments, just silence, health struggles, and constant questions about whether his era had already ended. And then Coachella 2026 happened. In the middle of the desert, in front of over 100,000 people, Justin Bieber didn't just perform. He rebuilt his entire career in real time. But here's the real question no one is asking yet. Was this just a comeback show, or the start of a completely new version of Justin Bieber? The return no one expected. When the Coachella 26 lineup was announced, Justin Bieber's name instantly stood out. Not because he was new, but because he was coming back after years of uncertainty, health issues, and industry silence. This wasn't a casual appearance. It was his first true headliner slot at Coachella, a stage reserved for cultural giants. And behind the scenes, everything about this moment was carefully built. He had spent months preparing, doing intimate warm-up performances in Los Angeles, almost testing how the world would react to him again. Fans weren't just waiting for a show, they were waiting to see if Justin Bieber still had it. And when the lights went out at Coachella, they got their answer. The opening, a different kind of pop star. Instead of explosive fireworks or dramatic intros, Bieber opened his set in a way that confused a lot of people. Minimal lighting, stripped-down energy, and a focus on atmosphere instead of spectacle. He started heavily with tracks from his newer albums, showing a more mature, controlled sound. Songs like his recent material dominated the first part of the set, not his old teenage hits. Some fans were shocked. They expected nostalgia. Instead, they got evolution. But Justin wasn't finished, because halfway through the set, everything changed. The laptop moment that broke the internet, then came the moment that defined Coachella 2026. A laptop on stage. Justin Bieber literally opened YouTube and started revisiting his own past, old performances, early videos, teenage-era Bieber clips, and then something even more surreal happened. He started singing along to his younger self. It wasn't just performance, it was confrontation, a conversation between who he was and who he is now. Fans inside the festival described it as emotional, confusing, even genius. Because suddenly, Coachella wasn't just a concert anymore, it became a visual autobiography, and that's when the show shifted into full nostalgia mode. The hit parade returns. After the experimental segment, Bieber finally unlocked what the crowd was waiting for. His classics. Baby, Sorry, Love Yourself, Never Say Never, but they didn't feel like a greatest hits package. They felt like survival songs. Every lyric hit differently because this wasn't a teenage star anymore. This was a grown man performing the songs that built a global empire, and the crowd reaction proved it. Entire sections of the audience were singing every word like it was 2010 again. But the biggest moment was still coming. Billie Eilish surprise moment. In the middle of the set, something unexpected happened. Billie Eilish walked on stage. No announcement, no build-up, just a surprise entrance that instantly changed the energy of the entire festival. Together they performed One Less Lonely Girl, recreating one of Bieber's most iconic early career moments. But this time, it hit differently, because Billie Eilish wasn't just a guest. She was a fan growing up. And now, she was standing on stage with the artist she once idolized. The moment went viral instantly. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was legacy passing through generations. The comeback story behind the scenes. What most people don't realize is that this comeback didn't happen overnight. For years, Justin Bieber stepped back from constant touring due to health challenges and personal pressure. He openly struggled with burnout and physical issues that forced him to cancel major tours in the past. That's why Coachella wasn't just another performance, it was his re-entry into global superstardom. And unlike before, he wasn't trying to be the loudest artist on stage, he was trying to be the most honest. Every part of the show felt intentional, controlled chaos instead of overload, minimalism instead of excess, emotion instead of perfection. Why this comeback matters. So why is everyone talking about Coachella 2026 like it changed everything? Because it did. This wasn't just a performance comeback. It was a career reset. Here's what actually changed. First, Bieber proved that legacy artists don't need constant reinvention. They need narrative control. Second, he turned nostalgia into performance art instead of just fan service. And third, he showed something even more important. That vulnerability might be more powerful than perfection in modern pop music. After the show, his streaming numbers exploded globally, with millions revisiting his entire catalog again. Old hits re-entered charts, new songs gained attention, and suddenly, Bieber wasn't a former teen star anymore. He was a current cultural force again. The cultural impact. What happened at Coachella didn't stay at Coachella. It spread across social media instantly. People weren't just talking about the music, they were talking about what it meant. Some called it genius, some called it confusing, some called it unnecessary. But everyone agreed on one thing: they couldn't ignore it. Because Justin Bieber didn't just perform at Coachella 2026, he turned it into a statement about time, fame, and survival in the music industry. So now the real question is this: was this Justin Bieber's comeback? Or was it the beginning of something completely new? Because if Coachella 2026 proved anything, it's that Justin Bieber isn't trying to relive his past anymore. He's trying to rewrite what a pop comeback actually looks like. And whether you loved it or questioned it, one thing is undeniable: the world is watching Justin Bieber again. And this time, he's in full control. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives like this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And tell me in the comments, which country do you think will produce the next global superstar? I read every comment. I'll see you in the next one.